Welcome to Planet Pluto Shooter.
Bravo, bravo, bravo. Whoop, whoop. Tango, tango, tango. What's up? What's up? What's up? How are my good people?
Cutting it off?
How, say what?
You cut it off?
No, I played it.
I'm just saying, it seems kind of short to me. Anyway.
Oh, no. She was messing up my left. Let me go back over. Hold it, y'all. Bravo, bravo, bravo. Hey, tango, tango, tango. What's happening? What's happening, good people? How y'all coming through the chat all early and stuff? Because y'all know Dr. Holsey. I'm about to bring her in. You guys know who it is, right? It is me, your homegirl, the one and only Ladosha Wright, a.k.a. Key Lolo. That's right, guys. We are on our 28th episode. You are on Planet Pluto Pseudo. You got right over here. There she is, my homegirl, my BMF. That's right, the one and only, the hair oracle, my PNC, Miss Cheryl Morrow. We got our white on tonight because it's all about the doctors. Isn't that right, Cheryl?
That's right. That's right.
Jojo. We got our little doctors. Look at us, Cheryl. We got like some real doctors up in here. Hold on, wait a minute. They don't want none of this studio shit. I keep trying to tell y'all more. Hold on, get this shit together. Ho! Y'all don't want none of this studio. Look at Cheryl with the mathematics in the backyard. Hold on, wait a minute. I got some black stuff. Look at that, Juju. Look at that. I got me some Queen Africa, and look at that. I got the little mother. Oh, I got me some Josephine the Baker. All right. What's happening, Lawana? I see Lawana. Now you know if you're not in the chat, I'm on my way over to your house. My BFF just came in. Wait a minute. Y'all know why I was a little bit off. She's going to send me a picture. That's how your friends do you. They can cook, and they send you. I'm sorry, Monica. I got to put you on blast. Hey, when I tell you that girl can cook, y'all don't understand.
Oh, Monica?
Man, listen, I'll be flying to Atlanta so I can eat some of her food.
Well, so why did she have a host party?
I know. I mean, what's up, Monica? You can cook. Monica needs to have a Planet Pluto Pseudo party in Atlanta, right? And then we can come there. You see what I'm saying? Monica had to, you know. It's going down tonight on our 28th episode. I'm so excited. This is the moment that I have been waiting for in my entire career, is to tell you guys that there is a way. Did you know that you can get your PhD in cosmetology and barbering? We have the one and only, the illustrious Dr. Brenda Kennard-Holsey. She is a good friend of Cheryl's father. So all this stuff that we've been talking about, Dr. Willie Morrow, Cheryl kept saying we got receipts, all right? This time we got some real live receipts. How y'all like that word? I got these braces on. I can't talk word. I was on Instagram trying to say there. I was like...
Yes, those THs are very...
If you are over, let me tell y'all get y'all teeths together, okay? Now, I had good teeth, but I didn't know when you get old, things start falling and shit. My mother used to tell me don't get old. Try to get y'all braces at 35 and under, because 55, 56, I'd be damn it. Don't get no braces at 60. The hell was I thinking, Trying to be cute. Like Monica got them cute teeth. Let me show her. Hold on. Monica, I'm about to put you on blast, right? Look at Cheryl's teeth. She got them crests. Look at them. They got them cling. Look at Cheryl's teeth. You can tell she educated. She come from that good money. Look at her. I'm sorry, Cheryl. Look at that. That's that good money. These welfare teeth look. I just learned about eugenics, Juju. I'm sorry, guys. I'm on a roll tonight. I just learned about eugenics, and part of eugenics was that it wasn't even so much about being black or white. Did you know eugenics also incorporated like good teeth?
Really?
So if you didn't have good teeth, they were like, you are a bad seed. So Monica and Cheryl are of good stock because they have good teeth. Now, me, myself, I got to pay for these suckers. But this is what it's about on Planet Pluto Pseudo. We get to let you know eugenics is not real, but braces are. Okay?
Look, y'all, I had braces.
You have braces?
I had braces in first grade.
That's why she got nice teeth, see?
That's right. My parents put great teeth in my mouth. That's all I can say. And
My parents bought a nice,
I think one of these teeth
bag of funk.
Yeah,
my parents got a nickel bag of funk, you know what I'm saying? But that's okay though. They said when you get old, you pay for your own teeth. Guess what? You appreciate them. That was my mother's favorite response. You know why I ain't gonna get you nothing live, work clean?
Yeah.
Where you at? Live, work. I said live. Live, work, clean. You know what my mother said? She wasn't never gonna get me nothing because she said the ones you pay for them, the ones you appreciate. Anybody had a mama like that? Mother's Day is coming up. Put a big M in the chat for your mamas, okay? Because my mama was definitely like, Yeah, go and drop that big M in the chat. So tonight, it's going down. We are bringing in, we're about to bring her onto the stage. And I want you guys to put your hands, let me put in my little clap, because we do have a little clap thing. I want you guys to put some clap sounds in, little hand clap emojis. Go ahead, drop them in the chat as we bring in our sweetheart. She is the sweetheart of the industry. And this is Dr. Brenda Kennard-Holsey. She's coming right on. Yes, guys. Woo! Now, there you go. Another one is coming on through. We're just gonna get there. She is. Yes. A big old round of applause. You can tell she old too, y'all. I'm sorry. That's what old people do.
Let me get this way. Okay.
She all like this. Look. Y'all know how old people are with these daggone devices now. She is a doctor. So we want y'all to just, y'all miss your moms too. Oh, okay. I miss my mom too. The chat is nice and full. Dr. Holsey, you are just so beautiful. Look at that skin. Look at that face.
Now. Okay, now.
Oh no, she is, and as beautiful as she is in person, you will have to meet this woman in real life. I know we have a lot of skeptics in the chat, or watching. We get trolls on our channel. Tell her, Cheryl. Tell her about the trolls.
They straight out wants to say, just stop it, cancel the show, shut it down.
We got some trolls that be like, here they go, Dr. Holsey.
There's some trolls in this house. If you see one, point them out.
What y'all know about them trolls in the house?
Yeah, they don't know nothing.
They don't know nothing about that. It's time for the percolator. Juju know about that percolator. It's time for the percolator. All right. Oh, Monica says it's going to be such a great show tonight. She wants you guys to go ahead on and hit that thumbs up button. I see you, Lawana. Lawana, she know about the percolator. She over there like.
Okay. Clue me in.
Yeah, you know about that percolator too, Dr. Holsey?
No.
We just know you don't. She don't know. Ernisa know about that percolator. Ernisa gonna come in just in time. Hit it, Ernisa. It's time for the percolator.
It's time for the percolator. All right now.
All right, it's time
tonight.
It's time to get percolating out here on that knowledge tonight.
And again, we are tonight.
Our 28th episode, and this one is all about the question is, can you really get a PhD, in cosmetology? So what we're gonna do is we have 2 reels that we play. This is how the format goes. If you are new, maybe you just scrolled like, hey, them girls look kind of cute with them glasses on. What have I scrolled upon? You are on Planet Pluto Pseudo, and this is America's favorite podcast about Afro hair, and you are on the professional end of our platform. We have one on Monday afternoon. That's for licensed cosmetology students. I'm sorry, cosmetology students, barber students, nails, and all that good stuff. That's every Monday at 12:30. It's called So You Think You Can Do Hair. Then we are back at 6 o'clock in the evening, and we're talking about the dumbest that people say about black hair. And that's what we just kind of debunk, and we just get, real pure and unadulterated about myths surrounding Afro hair. And I am the poo-poo starter, Ladosha Wright, aka Key Lolo. And then we have that smart babe right there. There she is. There she is. The hair oracle. That name was given to her by none other than his name just left my hair savant. Okay. Hair savant gave her that name. And so that's Cheryl Morrow. And then we're here every Thursday at 10 o'clock p.m. EST, and then 7 o'clock if you're over on the West Coast. And again, with Cheryl Morrow. And on this platform, this one is particularly for licensed professionals, your hair professionals, and of course, just your overall hair aficionados, just people who just love hair. Like I don't have my license, I just love hair. So that's what this platform is for. And today we are going to be questioning Dr. Brenda Kennard-Holsey about being a part of associations. She and Cheryl's dad, received his PhD, his honorary doctorate from an organization, the National Beauty Culturist League, and we're going to learn about that. So if you are a licensed professional and you want to know how you can become a real doctor, right? Because I know some people are doctors and they don't put their little, PhDs on their names. So we're going to do remember that TV show where they would say, "Well, the real, please stand up." All right. So let's get our studios. We all have our white on. All right. So Cheryl, Dr. Holsey.
Yeah.
We just want to know in the chat. Do you think all of us are hair? Do you think all of us have our PhDs in cosmetology? Now we could have them, but we're not using them. You guys don't know because me and Cheryl, we don't tell you all our business. So in the chat, go ahead on and let us know. I really think Ladosha does have her PhD. She just hasn't been saying anything. I think Cheryl has her PhD. Dr. Holsey, is she fake? What do you guys think? Who's the real PhD in this chat is what we want to know. And while we're waiting for your answers, we have our Get Real. So Cheryl, are you ready for the Get Real?
I am.
Dr. Holsey, are you ready for the Get Real?
I am.
She's ready. All right. So these are funny skits that I pull off of social media and we just make light. And so the topic today is all about education. So our first reel is going to be about some really affordable hair education. Are you guys ready? Don't forget, answer who's the doctor in the chat. Okay. All right. Here we go. Some really affordable hair education. Here you go, Dr. Holsey. You're going to love this one.
So she purchased a $4 frontal class, right? Now, this is her hair before, right? I'm just shocked at the results. And like I said, y'all, it was only $4. And I'm not gonna lie, you can't beat $4.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
For $4, you can get some frontal hair education. Did you know that, Cheryl? Come on, Cheryl.
Get real. Get real.
Come on now, Dr. Holsey.
Come on now.
Come on now, dog.
Right. Come on now. I don't want it.
You don't want the $4? Come on, y'all bougie.
I don't want it.
The chat on fire already. I just, hold on.
Yeah,
Get a chat of Big Bob. Cheryl, y'all been showing out for us for the past couple of weeks. I mean, man, I love these people on these chats. They showing us so much love. Y'all come on.
Come on now, dog.
But you're not okay. So nobody in the chat, let's see what they've said so far. Okay. They said we ready. We ready. Okay. All right. So that's some really affordable education that you guys think $4.
I would say that's affordable.
For $4. Okay. So how about that was really affordable education? How about some really affordable high education, some higher learning? You ready for this, Cheryl?
Yes.
Dr. Holsey, you ready? Okay, some affordable higher learning education. Okay, here we go, guys. Here we go.
What's up, y'all? So if you are wondering if my frontal class is worth $12, look at this review right now. Okay, you seen that? Okay, so I will teach you how to bleach knots, pluck, even do a ball cap method, because I know they be having girls in a chokehold. I got y'all. Now, my digital class come with 18 videos. Now, these are just reviews showing y'all that I do not mess around. I have the best digital frontal class that ever was created. So, in this video, y'all, I'm showing you how to bleach knots. I'm showing you how to pluck. I'm showing you how to install a wig, even do the baby hairs.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Is that for real?
Come on now.
18
Is that for real?
18. Come on, Jojo.
What kind of hot mess is going on?
For $12. And Cheryl, you know why Cheryl had
higher education?
Cheryl, hold your head back down. Hold your head back down. Y'all see that? See, Cheryl ain't got no baby hairs. See, if you would pay that $12, Cheryl,
you get some baby hair.
Get some baby hair.
Get some baby hair.
You know?
Oh my! Get some baby hair. It'll be laid down.
Y'all know y'all want some of them baby hairs. Now, come on now.
For that hard education.
And she doesn't. Hey,
she
Juju,
don't know her worth.
Hey, what's up? My big brother is in the chat. Did you see? Hey, she doesn't create. You know what she said? Created.
All right.
Did you hear that?
She don't create.
Wait a minute, Juju. I love it. Too cheap to be Juju. You gonna get a hand clap for that one? Should I give it to her? Should I give it to her? All right. She said, "Go ahead on and give it to you, Juju." There you go. Too cheap to be true, but guess what? It is. It is. You can get some of that good curated, not created, that good curated education there. $18. I don't know. So tonight we are going to go, you guys have played around with us long enough, but now we are about to get serious. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop perpetrating the fraud. I am not a doctor. I do not have my PhD, but I do have a white jacket. When you become an instructor of cosmetology, sometimes instructors wear these, right, Dr. Holsey? You teach some instructors, isn't that right, Cheryl? Some barbers will wear white jackets, okay, but in real life, real cosmetologists, they wear black. Just kidding.
They do.
They do, guys. Yeah. So professional cosmetologists, they rock the black. Okay. So those white jackets, we want you guys to be careful. Please be very, very careful. But we're going to talk about higher education and becoming a doctor. But before we get to that, let's talk a little bit about who is Dr. Brenda Kennard-Holsey. I've been spelling your name wrong. I hate when I do that. Kay been getting on me. What's up, Kay Cantrell? Oh, by the way, if you guys want some updates on the bill, right quick, Kay shared with me. She was just leaving the Capitol, and they removed it from the calendar today. That's House Bill 354. I'm sorry, Senate Bill 354. I think I have that right. Is it sure? Is it yes. Senate Bill? Okay, Senate Bill 354. They removed it from the calendar today. There's 2 days left, so hopefully they won't bring it back. So they're still holding it down in Atlanta. So we're just going to keep praying for them that they do not. We repeat, they do not lower those standards of education and start extrapolating those services from those licenses, because this is very real. And this is why we're having Dr. Holsey on. So a little bit about who she is in case y'all want to get the bona fides. Now I do have my notes here, okay? So her mantra is, let me pull my mic up. You guys are gonna love this one. Her attitude towards her aptitude determines her attitude. That's a rap song. Okay. I'll say it again in case you guys missed that one, okay? Her attitude towards her aptitude determines her attitude. All right.
Altitude.
Altitude. Okay. Her altitude. How okay, let me go back. She checked me. Okay. Her attitude towards her aptitude determines her altitude, right?
That's
All right.
right. That's
Okay, I
it.
got it.
That's
All
it.
right, it's her altitude. That is what it says, but my handwriting is so bad.
Come on, low.
All right. By the way, she's retired. 33 years in the industry, not the game, the industry. Okay. She's from Toledo, Ohio. Her business, Sheer Innovations Hair Clinic. Currently, she is the president of the OAB, and that stands for the Ohio Association of Beauticians. I'm a proud member. Okay. She's also a member of the National Beauty Culturist League. We'll talk about that. She's traveled the world, not only in USA, all over. She's been to Paris and London. She is also a part of the National Association of Negro Business and Professional Women's Club. She's been a part of like working with the Cancer Society, human trafficking, restoring, refurbishing braziers. She's done so much in the beauty industry. I could go on for days and days and days, but she is the real deal, Holyfield. So, Dr. Holsey, can you just share with us why cosmetology? With all that love that you have in your heart, why?
Okay.
Why you
okay. For real, this is the story. Why cosmetology? Well, getting started back in 1977, I found myself a divorced single mother with 2 kids. I thought, what am I going to do? I got to raise these children. And so they were very little. They were very young. And so I decided to go to cosmetology school because it was only going to take me 9 months to finish. During that time, way back in the day, it was 9 months to finish, and it was easy, accessible for me. And I said, I can do this. Plus, I was going to run away from Toledo, Ohio, and go to California and live doing hair. So that didn't happen. That didn't happen. But I ended up getting my license in 1977 and raising my children. And hair, my thing was cutting hair. When I would go to hair shows, I would take my shears. Sometimes I didn't have money to get back home, but I'd have my shears. That was my handle.
Well, that's some dedication. I don't know about that.
It was my handle because I would cut hair right at the hair shows, right in people's, they would come to the room and get their hair cut. They knew me all over the country, knew me for cutting hair in the state level and the national level. And so I can't wait to Brenda come to the show. We're going to get my hair cut.
Well, your hair is fine.
Wow.
And sometimes we would have, was several of us from the shop would go to the hair shows. One time in Washington, we were stuck with no money to get back home. We done spent all our money in Washington at the show. And so we cut hair, we got our money, was able to get a bucket of chicken. and whatever else we needed to travel back home from Washington back to Toledo. But hair has afforded me to travel, to send my kids to college, to rise up in areas that I didn't know existed. Hair was a door opening. Hair gave me favor. And I had a chance during that time to meet the legendary Dr. Willie Morrow.
That's all we want to do in the industry.
Oh
I ain't gonna
my
tell no lie,
goodness.
y'all.
And he was
Everybody in
such
the
an
industry want to be
inspiration.
Dr. Morrow.
He was such an inspiration. When we would go to the show, sometimes the shop that I worked, Jean Cason Coats. Jean Cason Coats, she would ask so many questions because she had that scientific mindset, like Dr. Morrow. And so we would be at his booth at the shows, and for hours, we find ourselves rolling up the hair, California curl. We would roll up, we would help, we would just get in there and help. Oh my goodness.
And he'd have you too. And he'd have you too. It'd be work to do.
Now, Cheryl, let me ask you. Now, you guys have some questions. We do want you to drop them in the chat. And also, we want to just say congratulations to Miss Lena. And then also to Miss Selena AG. They were our winners last week of our 100th episode. We're going to be sending off Lena's gifts today. And then Miss AG is going to pick hers up when she comes to the salon. But Cheryl, with that being said, with you in the middle, how does it feel for you being the heiress and also the child of Dr. Willie Morrow in the middle of two people? You're always surrounded by people who just want to touch the hem of your father's pants. So how do you navigate? Because you're here, you're carrying forth the legacy. So how do you handle people like Brenda and I who just, we're still off the vibes of Dr. Willie Morrow?
Well, it just authenticates it, and see, and it's I like to listen because I was a little girl when Dr. Brenda was in that era, so I was not really cognizant of what was really going on. I was just walking around the hair show, just looking at everybody and just having fun. So I really I appreciate the authentication of a real life experience because he was daddy to me at that time,
right.
course.
Right, but you often talk about how our support of your father's business afforded you this wonderful opportunity, which is going to be a segue into why she would become a part of organizations. And because in essence of time, we don't want to keep you guys on forever tonight. So with that being said, Cheryl, talk about a little bit about the experience of people like Dr. Dr. Holsey, and myself supporting your father's business, giving you that life, and that experience that people don't think could happen, as we see so many companies selling off their business. So I think for people who are watching, they need to know why it's important that we keep those businesses in our families, in our communities, and not sell out, because you're an heiress. And what does that mean? And then Dr. Host, we're going to go into why it's important with the OAB to help preserve the education so that we can continue to support a person, because there are a plethora of Dr. Willie Morrows out there. Look, me. So Cheryl, talk about how that helps, so for people can know it's beyond just being able to have a nice car, and go to a nice school.
Yeah. Well, one of the things I always say, and these stories are important, Doc, because one of the things that it attaches me to the cause all the time. And Mr. Morrow was a industry organization kind of guy. He was always financially supporting the National Beauty Culturist League, and he promoted those positions. Always made. And there's some couple of pictures that maybe next time we'll share when Dr. Katie Wickham, or there's a Dr. Marjorie Joyner. There are some wonderful legends of these people coming to California Curl in San Diego in a big rows and bus loads and airplane loads. So the stories are so important, but I think that I inherited just his passion. But then me and him loved science, so we had a lot in common. And I think that you have a lot of common with your predecessor it's kind of easy for you to kind of find your niche. And that's why the businesses are very important to keep, because I had a lot of time to choose how I wanted to participate. Either it was science, it was the backdrop, and it's not just the money, too, if you inherit your father or your mother's business, but you got to inherit the passion, because that's what actually sustains it over the period of time.
Right. So if you are a creator of hair care products, or maybe styling tools, or even a salon or a barber shop, we're gonna ask you guys. You know what? Don't sell out.
Yeah.
Okay. Because Cheryl is a living example of what happens when you invest into those companies. It's not like you're just like they keep saying Black owned. And so, but we want you guys to know that it's really not about being just Black owned. Okay, it's a little bit bigger than that. Okay, I'm gonna plug in my phone right quick. I'm in the computer because it's letting me know it's about to die. So I'm gonna pull myself out. But Dr. Holsey, take it away and talk about the OAB.
Oh my God, you got one. You got one.
So
Huh?
she's got the book. We're gonna talk about that. So she's gonna talk about the Ohio Association of Beauticians right quick, and then I'll be back in. So tell us why what the organization is and why it's so important.
Okay. The Ohio Association of Beauticians was founded back in 1931 when it came into the mindset of a Clevelander started. By 1934, they changed the name, and it was state chartered as the Ohio Association of Beauticians. But it started off as the Cleveland Cosmetologist, Cleveland's culturists, because cosmetologists were called culturists in the day. During the day of Madam C.J. Walker, they were called, and Malone, they were called culturists because they cultivated hair to grow. Yes. And so when the Ohio Association started and was chartered in 1934, it was on the premise that the association was needed for the importance of bringing our Black beauticians and barbers into an association that would promote education, legislation. We were all about that in the beginning. OAB, or it stands for Organize, Affiliate, and Build. And so the importance of education was for the advancement of professionals. They were called beauticians and culturists back then. They weren't those cosmeticians or cosmetologists. They were beauticians. And in 1936, there was a ordinance from the barbers, not the Black barbers, but white barbers. They wanted to start an ordinance in Ohio to stop beauticians, they called them, from cutting hair in the beauty, they call it the beauty parlor. Remember the beauty parlor? They used to call the shop the beauty parlor. And they came together, those guys came together, barbers. They didn't want Black hairdressers to cut hair.
Wow.
And so that's how Ohio Association got into legislation. Can
I pause you? Can I pause you right quick? Let me just say this, guys. I know a lot of people don't really see the beauty industry, in a certain light. But as you can tell by the statement that Dr. Holsey just shared with you guys, of course, that was an era not too long ago, right? Where women didn't have, you know what I'm saying? And so things were different, but it took an organization to bring about change. Now, remember, this platform really is for you licensed professionals. If you have your license or you are in school getting your license, it's really, really important to become a part of an organization, because you will have things like people saying Black women should not be able to cut hair. You see what's happening in Georgia. You see what happened in Ohio. I don't know what careers you guys have, but can you imagine someone fighting to make sure that you stay at the very low end of your job and not get any money and then not have any more education? So that is what this podcast is all about. And we appreciate you guys' support. And don't forget to go ahead on and hit that thumbs up button. And don't forget to share, because there's a lot of people who's looking for this information tonight. And because we're about to get into the topic of getting that doctorate. But go ahead on and carry us into a little bit more about that legislation and how you guys had to fight so that, I could be able to, cut some hair, because we take it for granted that we could just always do that. But we couldn't, guys.
Right. They fought because it was the interest of the Negro beauticians when they demonstrated that they were coming together legislatively and to do their due diligence, and they organized and the efforts that they organized to come together, it helped defeat the bill. It helped defeat it. So that first effort organized was state, and then they became statewide. It started in Cleveland of them coming together, and then statewide they started going to the different cities. So we are called chapters. Cleveland is chapter number 1 because they were the first chapter. Yeah.
Hold on, let me get my clap, y'all. I knew I was chapter 1. I knew I wrote the short bus for a damn reason.
Wait a minute. Toledo, where I
Toledo was number who?
2.
Well, you know what Nelly said? I am number 1. 2 is not a number, and 3 nobody remembers. I'm hating y'all. I'm hating.
Yeah.
I'm hating. All right.
And so
we got a little. Cleveland was number 1. All right. And so now we understand the importance. We're just going through this because we don't want to keep you guys on forever. We know you guys came here. You want to know about this whole doctorate thing, but we just got to take you guys through the whole continuum. Number 1, it's really important to support those brands, and brands don't sell out, because Cheryl is in the middle, sandwiched between all of this love. And she's telling you as an heiress that if you like who she is, imagine what more can become if you guys continue to keep your companies, and then you, the consumers, you, the licensed professionals, support those brands so that we can get a lot more Cheryl Morrows into the industry. And then Dr. Holsey is taking you on a wonderful journey of how smaller organizations called chapters began to take on legislative issues to make sure that we can be able to do the wonderful things that Dr. Willie Morrow has done. So with that being said, let's get into the meat of the this live stream, which is about becoming a doctor.
Okay.
So a lot of people, like I said, they really think it's about these little white coats I done set on, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's for real white coats when you're there in the institute.
All right. So tell us, first of all, give us a how does one get it? What is it to become a doctor? Receive a PhD in cosmetology? Like which ones can you? Is it only cosmetology you can get your PhD in?
No.
Okay.
First, I was a member of the Ohio Association of Beauticians, which is an affiliate of the National Beauty Culturist League, which housed the Institute. The Institute was formed in 1949. So we even had Margie Joyner as one of our presidents of the National Beauty Culturist League. Madam C.J. Walker would have been our president. We formed in 1919. She passed in 1919. And Margie Joyner was a part of Madam C.J. Walker's input in her school. When she left the National Beauty Culturist League, she went to help Margie Joyner's school, and that got that out. But when I became a member, and I walked I had help walking the journey to the National Beauty Culturist League and became a member. I became a member in the year that I graduated from school. And because I had a coach, a mentor to help walk me through, when I got to the National and I enrolled in their program of getting my bachelor's degree. After my bachelor's degree, I would continue to go on. It was a two-year journey for that. The next year, 2 years, it was for the master's degree.
Oh,
then 3-year journey for the doctorate.
So this is not something that you can go online and get for $4 and then pay $12.
Higher education for $12. It won't be happening, but it's affordable. And the Institute is continuing to go on. I graduated in 1990, one of them years.
Okay, I was just born in 1990. Y'all know I was just born.
No.
Sure, Cheryl, you know you, Cheryl, you know.
86, 89.
89. I was
and
just
I remember
born.
when Dr. Morrow graduated. He in his cap and gown. I got pictures of him in his cap and gown. His honorary doctoral degree, given from the National Beauty Culturist League. And so the Institute is still going forward. You can come in and receive your master, your associates, your bachelor's. You're going on to your doctorate degree. You can receive these degrees, and it's a wonderful institute. Since COVID, we have not had conventions on site, but we continue to have classes.
Now
they're online, but as an instructor, I'm one of the instructors for the Institute.
And
yeah. And so classes continue on. There's hair cutting. There's just
everything.
A lot. There's a lot. But now we have our freshmen, sophomore, and then you got your junior. Then you graduate. You go through your freshman, sophomore year, your junior year, then you graduate at your senior year.
Now, like a college, do you guys have like fraternities or special interest groups?
We do. We are Greek letter. Yes.
Did y'all hear that?
Yes,
Cheryl.
we are.
Come on, chat. Y'all put your hands together for the National Beauty Culturist League.
Theta Sigma sorority. And we have a fraternity.
Wow.
Sigma Theta.
Okay.
Fraternity.
Oh.
Ohio is Alpha Theta. So each state has a branch. That's a part of the national.
Wow.
We have our Greek letter. Yes, we do.
Okay,
yes,
you can. They not playing out here. Now the divine now, y'all best to watch out now.
And you can go through.
Beauty Culturist League. Okay, all right. Now, some people will think like this is a joke, right?
No,
this is not a
real instructors, real teaching is
now,
real.
Are you
University teaching instructors.
Okay,
it's real.
Now,
Dr. Morrow even instructed at times.
Okay. Wow.
He's real as you can get is with the science.
Okay. All right. Okay. So now, so you have to be a licensed professional. I take it.
A licensed professional.
So which disciplines can you get the PhD in? So it's cosmetology and what else?
You have your barbers.
Okay.
The barbers. We have the nail technicians.
Come on, nails.
Damn.
Come on, nails. Now, listen, let me just say this, guys. We have to quit playing out here in these social media streets acting like this stuff is not available. So you can get a oh my God, come on.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
And this is the great thing. If you belong to one of your state affiliates, that state can help you accelerate, matriculate up the ladder because of your life experience of your license. You may already have gone into a university and received a degree, or in the education of the beauty industry, you may have years and And some of those certifications and some of those educational programs that you've gone through can help accelerate you where you don't have to start as a freshman or a sophomore or a junior or a senior. You can skip those 4 years completely.
So they're going to take it
You
to
can start as a master.
Also, they're going to take into the consideration the education that you've had,
yes.
especially if you are, number one, you've already been to college. Number two, if you have certification in other areas such as cutting and coloring and, nail application. It's just so much. And then, of course, she's saying some of your other classes in general, like around sanitation. We've got a gazillion classes and certifications that you can get in the industry, contrary to popular belief. There is continuing education.
Yes,
Cheryl,
it is.
talk a little bit about why is this higher education so important? Now, I know you got the Afro Hair Summit that you were just staunch, like Ladosha, we got to do this.
Absolutely.
And so why is the higher education important? When you look at some of these reels, you can get this stuff for like $4 and learn about, you know what I'm saying? Because I got some other clips that I'm going to show you. So before you answer that, Cheryl, let me just show you a clip I want you guys to just give a response to why higher education is important. And this one, we're going to take this from TikTok University. So TikTok University, Google Scholars, YouTube Scholars. I'm going to show you a clip, and then Cheryl and Dr. Holsey, you guys are going to give a rebuttal as to why higher education is important. And this is an example of what people will learn off of social media, including licensed professionals. Guys, you don't have to do this. And then they'll regurgitate it. So here we go, Cheryl. Here's our first one.
What do you wish you'd known sooner in life?
That when you condition your hair, you're supposed to add enough water to it so that it foams up like shampoo. Otherwise, it's just sitting in your hair, not doing anything.
So you have stuff like that where they're saying, what does she wish she learned in life? She wished that she knew that if you add water to conditioner and make it foam up like shampoo, it will better hydrate your hair. Why is higher education important? Cheryl, you go first, and then Dr. Holsey, you go second.
Well, just like most doctors, like most pharmacists, or like any other apprenticeship, like plumbing or transportation, cars, STEM. Getting this particular information of people who have done it, tried and true, and higher education is usually very peer driven, so it's you getting it firsthand from your peers. And I think that is what keeps, in terms of a mentorship, it just keeps you fresh. It also makes you be able, in the privacy of your peer group, you can become vulnerable enough to, if you don't know something, they will be responsible. Teach one in terms of more of a relationship, that they have a kinship with you inside of organization and higher education, to make sure that you are well informed, because you're representing the field, you're representing the industry. So I think it's just so that important for that reason.
All right, Dr. Holsey, you heard that? That's just, and there's so much misinformation coming off of social media, and licensed professionals are turning to social media to get more education that they believe or information, and then they're regurgitating it. Notoriously, the 4C, the hair typing, so many licensed professionals are using that terminology like it came from within cosmetology. And so that's just it didn't. So why? You tell us why getting that doctorate is so important, why they don't have to turn to social media.
Right. Higher education is good for many reasons. You need good education in order to be the best professional that you can be. You can get a good job. You can get a better job. You can make more money, in a sense of education. It's going to take you a little bit further with your education. But
so let's say
learning the proper techniques of using the usage of products. And when we bring in the science of it, because we've adopted Cheryl. Our organization is adopting Cheryl. She's got to be a part. The scientific approach in education is so important because it's going to make you relevant. It's going to make you a person of just knowledgeable.
Yeah.
And that's what happens when you attend this education via the Natural Beauty Culturist League. So it's going to set you apart. So it does. Now, listen, guys, you don't have to be all hoity-toity, right? You guys accept cosmetologists where they are. So if you don't talk like this or that, and if you're not, okay. So they will take you as you are. Remember, she just said that they will take into account your work experience, your advanced education, your training. Even if you have been to college, and of course, other classes that you've taken. So it doesn't matter if you look like any of the three of us or not. They don't care what color you are, your sexual orientation. This is a legitimate higher learning. All right. So next clip. All right. So here we go. Now, this one is about celebrity knowledge. So Beyonce has taken the world by storm. I did do a video on the sacred. I have two videos. I'm going to upload the second one tonight. I'll do another premiere. So celebrities are now into hair care. And so I know when you go to the Natural Beauty Culturist League and you can earn your PhD, you'll learn a lot more about, product ingredients, not just this ancillary on the top, stuff that you're seeing on social media. But I want you, Cheryl, and then I want you, Dr. Holsey, to give a response to why you don't have to rely on celebrity knowledge and why, again, higher education is important. Except this time, Dr. Holsey, you're going to go first, and then Cheryl, you're going to go second. And don't forget, guys, drop your questions in the chat. Cheryl is already, she just heard her say it. The Afro Hair Science are going to get that to be a part of the Natural Beauty Culturist League's education. So Cheryl is definitely qualified. I can't answer if I need to be in school. Okay. All right. So here we go.
You need some grease in your hair because it looks dry. And what that meant was moisture. And so she used hot olive oil. She would heat up olive oil and we would do a hot oil treatment and wrap it up in a wet hot towel. So she really believed in moisture, and I believe greatly in using butters and oils and mayonnaise and egg whites, just all these natural things that really nourish the hair.
All right. So that's Beyonce's mom. Now that's the illustrious Miss Tina Knowles there. Good plastic surgeon. No, I'm just hating. I'm hating. Okay. So that was Beyonce's mom, and she's giving her, her memory of what happened when she was a little. Of course, they didn't have all this Dr. Morrow back then. Of course. Okay. So she's giving her take, but there are people who will take Ms. Knowles' information and run with it. So what other or alternative information could they get if they went to school via the National Beauty Culturist League? And what is it that they're going to when they go there? And then, talk about that a little bit.
Okay. Well, you're going to go into classes of research, products, hair coloring. You're going to get the knowledge of that, why you do what you do with hair color, that's why it's important that we need our scientists there. We need Cheryl there because I think the science is going to help elevate the future cosmetologists, barbers, and even with nail techs, they're learning things too. And they have to learn the proper techniques and the proper proper learning of the ingredients and so forth. Because celebrities, I'm not knocking them, but I know that they're just getting in on the marketing of doing natural hair because it's so big. Everybody wants to get in on it. So if you're a celebrity, you're just marketing a product that someone made for you. I don't think they've done the research and the scientific approach of the product, and it's just marketing strategy on
Right.
their part.
So you guys don't knock the tradition, but when you get your PhD, guys, it's going to take you outside of the scope of what you may have learned back in the day. And so you're going to get some advanced stuff. And you also hear Dr. Holsey talking about, from the time where she went to get her PhD, that they're looking for more knowledgeable people, such as Cheryl Morrow, whose father, like you said, taught at the school, and now they want some of that information back because it's really important that we go beyond what our grandparents taught us. So, Cheryl, what's your take on celebrity knowledge compared to higher learning? Here she go, y'all. Look, me and Dr. Holsey like.
Yeah, we want to hear.
We want to hear.
Yes.
Well, one of the things, first of all, I'm going to answer it just in a split right quick. Celebrity brands are direct to consumer. And so the people who are on this chat now, they're not designed for you. They are designed to bypass you, bypass the salon, and go to the consumer market. So these brands are not trying to reteach you or enlighten you, elevate you, or to expand what you basically know as a professional.
Right.
And I think that is one of the things that I would like to change, and to get more hairstylists either into the designing portion, or have the hairstylists themselves be the celebrity brand that people look up to, like Vidal Sassoon and Paul Mitchell was a hairstylist.
Yeah.
Right.
And so, and the brands of, because out of all of them, Soft Sheen and Roller Curls and Bronner Brothers, Mr. Morrow was the actually only barber and hairstylist.
Hold on. Come on now. We ain't know that. So
Right.
I gotta drop the bomb on that. Would you say what? Dr. Morrow was the only one who was an actual barber. Why is that important? Because that's what I hear people keep saying about Beyonce's line. They feel like because she wear wigs, she's not a professional, she can't. Do you think your dad truly had a competitive advantage, or are you just player hating?
Oh, well, no. The traditions and the ingredients that Miss Tina was talking about, it's directly from that sharecropping and plantation era, that of grandmothers and great grandfathers, and that's the era. But Mr. Morrow, because he was from that era in the heart of Alabama, and she from being Texas, those are where you learn the real food, ingredient, science, grease, water. That's where you learn all the sciences from.
All right, so let's go in the chat. All right, Monica said the chat gotta wake up. All right, so in the chat, how many people really think in their heart that Tina knows, recipe for hair grease and olive oil and eggs and mayonnaise, like the natural route, is truly better for hair than chemicals? So let's see, because maybe that's something that we as professionals are not really on the pulse of the consumer. So we have some consumers and we have some professionals in the chat. So maybe professionals truly do feel that way. So while we're waiting for some answers, we want you guys to respond. Are you pro no chemicals, or you don't mind chemicals? How many people? So we already got some responses coming through. They are on the fence. So while we're waiting for some answers to come through, Dr. Holsey, what is your opinion about chemicals versus something that's, like an egg or a mayonnaise?
Well,
do you think someone can really condition their hair with eggs and mayonnaise, or do you really think a hair conditioner is better?
Oops.
Would you put eggs and mayonnaise on somebody's hair in your salon?
I have never done it. I have not.
Okay, so why would you use conditioner over eggs and mayonnaise?
Why would I use it?
Yeah.
Well, I guess because it was available, I had it, but
Mm-hmm.
I've often thought of different recipes that they use for just doing the natural hair, but I just never tried it.
Mm-hmm. So you're like, no, you don't. Do you think it's ethical to put eggs and mayonnaise in the hair salon?
Well,
And
I think that's like for home, doing something to yourself at home.
all right. So Dr. Holsey's playing very conservative because she's
Yeah,
saying she doesn't want to knock what you do at home, but professionally, she's like, don't bring eggs and mayonnaise to the salon, guys, because she's from a time where they did do both. Cheryl, what's your take?
Yeah.
Would you put eggs and mayonnaise on someone's hair, in a hair salon, or do you, you know, I want it already concocted in the lab, through a manufacturer.
I think because people think they can eat something that it is a cosmetic. And so, my question would be, why do you guys get food allergies? Because they have a chemical reaction.
You know what? That's why. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get her a standing ovation. Here we go.
Okay.
Okay, all right. You have a food allergy because it's a chemical reaction.
Reaction.
Now, sure, you know what I'm about to do, right? You already know, right? She said that the reason why you have an allergy to a food is because of a chemical reaction, and I say this.
What you talking about,
You're talking about?
How in the
What are you
ham
talking
sandwich and
about?
French toast do you get a chemical reaction from a food?
Because your body doesn't decipher the capsaicin in cayenne, cayenne pepper. It doesn't know it's a natural. It doesn't. The body doesn't decipher. If it doesn't like it, your immune system's going to kick it out. And so if
Hmm.
you have a cosmetic grade citric acid, it doesn't know the difference between a pineapple citric acid.
Hmm.
If it's consumptible, it just means that pineapple is food grade of citric acid. Citric acid has a cosmetic grade,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still citric acid. And I think
Hmm.
that we just get it mixed up, and we think because we can eat it that it is appropriate for
All
external.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, now Monica, you got the chat on fire. She said, "Wake up!" So here is a couple of responses. Do you want chemicals or do you want food in your hair? And so we got. Is it coming through? Hold up, guys. My brother
No
said
chemicals.
he want no chemicals. Rashida
I'm all
says
about natural.
all about natural. Shan says he needs the food. He's always hungry. Miss Ernisa says her daughter's hair care line Sacred isn't formulated with those ingredients. No, it actually isn't. Let's see what else. Maria says, to be honest, I don't mind chemicals. Leave the food in the garden and the kitchen. You know what, Marla? I'm with you. Okay, I said Maria, but I meant Marla. Uh, Selena AG says no chemicals. Okay. Wow, this is very interesting. If it was better, I wouldn't get a scalp condition. 100% chemicals. I'm kind of with the chemical. So, is it Maria or is it Marla? Can I not see? I'm sorry. Are you guys cosmetologists? Sherry, I said, because, we'll get this fool out the chat. All right. Lawana, which one are you? Are you for the chemicals or not? So it seems like in the chat, people said they don't like chemicals. And then Shan said, drop the hammer, the hair oil.
Right. Well, let me just say this. If you guys can give me one one understanding, what do you guys think a chemical is?
Okay. So what do you think a chemical is? What do you think a chemical is? Okay. Maurice says no chemicals. If that works for the individual, that's what matters. If my customers want eggs, mayo, peanut butter in their hair, that's their choice. The question is, are you going to put it in their hair in the hair salon? Now remember, the podcast is all about you can get your PhD in cosmetology because you can raise. This is what Dr. Holsey is saying. You can raise your level of educational acumen beyond what the food can do because Cheryl is explaining to us the food is only going to go so far. And Dr. Holsey agrees that what you do at home, right? You said, Dr. Holsey, you can do that at home, but in a hair salon, you just don't think folks should be doing peanut butter and jelly on the hair. Is that what you're saying, Dr. Holsey?
We're doing what's already been manufactured. A manufactured product.
Yeah, okay.
And by the way, come on, guys. I mean, we all know, and I need you guys to answer the question, but you guys have a level of expectation for Dr. Holsey and Ladosha and myself while you're sitting in our chairs, and you want our best foot forward, and our legacy is not in making things in the kitchen. Our legacy, we are laboratory people.
Okay,
and that's as simple as that. But I would like to know what the people in the chat deem as a chemical.
All right, so right in the chat, here's our last one and we're going to get you guys some information about how you can reach out to the National Beauty Culturist League. I'm sorry, these braces. I'm so sorry, y'all. The National Beauty Culturist League. Dr. Holsey is going to tell. I do have the website, and I'll show you guys that just in a minute. But stick around. So here's our last one. So Dr. Holsey, this is you guys' biggest competition. Cheryl, I saved the best for last for you. Dr. Holsey is a little bit more modest, as you guys can see. She's like, well, okay. So here it is. Here's our take on trichology compared to getting a PhD. Here you go, Dr. Holsey. Listen closely, guys.
Okay.
There are numerous trichology certification programs out there, and you name it, I've probably taken all of them. Majority of them are online, so there aren't too many that are in person that's going to give you that hands-on experience that you need. That was one thing that I was lacking when I went for my certification. I was missing that hands-on experience. I went out and I took the course and I passed the course, but then afterwards I was like, now what? I didn't have that hands-on education that I needed to be confident to treat my clients. That is why we at the Kinesthetic Institute of the Skin and Scalp, we take 6 weeks to give you all of the skills and training that you need to be confident in treating those clients behind your chair, as well as increasing your income in the process.
All right. So she's saying that she is a trichologist. Did you guys notice the filter? Yes, I am. And I'm not hating. I want you guys, anywho. She says one of the challenges is that she was online. She didn't get any hands-on, but if you go through their institution, she's going to be able to provide you with hands-on education, and you can get all of this education in trichology in only 6 weeks, Dr. Holsey, 6 weeks. And then you can also begin to make more money. So how does getting your PhD in cosmetology competes with online hands-on education? And it only takes 6 weeks. And you know, getting a PhD takes a little bit longer, and then you get to make more money. What's your feedback to this world of trichology, where people, they think those are the real doctors, not you? You're not the real deal. Because she's got the white jacket on, and you don't have it on, and you're not on TikTok, so
right. Yep, and that's exactly what they're doing, is marketing trichology. And
did y'all hear that? marketing. Let me drop the bomb. I don't think they heard you though. I don't think they paying attention to what you're saying. She said they are marketing. Here you go, guys. Come on, Dr. Holsey. Don't slap it with him with that
They're
blonde hair.
marketing that, and higher education is going to take you. You can learn trichology at the National Beauty Culturist League. You can learn trichology at the Ohio Association of Beauticians. We have those kinds of classes as well. We're not just marketing what we have learned. What she's doing is marketing what she has learned, and she's making money on just saying, I'm doing these hands-on classes for you in 6 weeks.
But you can't get a PhD in 6 weeks, correct?
No, it's going to take longer. It's going to take longer.
Now, let's say for the week at heart.
It may take you 6 years. Depends on where you start. If you already have life experience, then you can start at the master's and graduate. Or even more education that you have, your transcripts and so forth, you can start at Doctorate 1. We have
now remember, did you hear what she said?
And you have to go through all the doctorates.
Transcripts. Like, so y'all gotta have them, you gotta have proof that you took these classes. Now we just talking about, oh yeah, I went and got I'm a master colorist. You gotta have proof, guys.
Yeah.
They're not gonna let you
transcripts from colleges.
Okay.
Because it will accelerate you or matriculate you to the higher level of higher education to get out sooner. But it is a 4-year for the doctorate is 4 years. So if you have to start as a master's or even as a bachelor's, associates, it's going to take some time.
Okay, all right. So Cheryl, we do have some answers in the chat. So we have one that says chemicals are a necessity in our lives. We have another one. Some chemicals are derived from natural sources. Something that causes a breakdown. A chemical is something that breaks down in a substance. So you got some great answers for what a chemical is. So you can answer that why you wanted to know that, and then you can wrap it up with the response to the trichology versus the PhD.
Mm-hmm. So, in other words, a chemical is anything other than something that grows from the ground. And I think that is the misconception, because there's a chemical that, well, we'll put it this way. If I were to say vitamin E, you guys would know what that is. But when I give you its chemical name, a tocotreno or a tocopherol, all of a sudden it's different. But is tocopherol now a synthetic or a chemical because I told you its chemical name? And I think that is where I think we need to make sure as hairstylists that we understand that everything, water has a chemical makeup. Lemons actually have a taxonomy or a genus or some kind of chemical composition to it. And it's unfortunate that we are still using natural hair care indicators for conversing with each other, because we think something is synthetic, that is chemical. Blood is what? White blood cells, red blood cells, and plasma. That's a chemical composition. So, I just wish that hopefully that we could get over that.
All right. Well, we got to start. So Marla just says some chemicals are derived from natural sources. And like Cheryl said, just because it grows from the ground, okay, guys, it just doesn't always work the way we think it. Monica, thanks for getting the chat lit. Before Cheryl wraps up with her response to PhDs versus the trichology, can we show them how they can help change the narrative about getting a PhD in cosmetology, skincare, and barbering? Show them how to do it, Cheryl, right quick. All you got to do is this right quick, guys. Watch it. All right, so there you have it. We're gonna wrap this thing up. So we've already got you guys into the room of how you can get that PhD in cosmetology, barbering, skin, and nails. I did not know that,
Wow.
but for
Me
sure
neither.
in nails.
Yeah.
So going through the Natural Beauty Culturist League, we're gonna give you guys the last information of how you can do that. But Cheryl, give us your feedback to what's your take? PhD versus trichology. Sorry, these braces are just.
I would probably say you would be a true master if you were to do the cosmetology route back into the organizations of cosmetology. Then you will actually have access to trichology at that point, because cosmetology encompasses trichology, some low level dermatology. You learn the scalp thing. That is what. So to get just trichology separate from cosmetology, to me, you're going to miss, because one of the things that misconceptions that trichology is just about hair loss. And it, not
Wow.
not the cosmetic trichology that I teach, but it is much more of prevention, preservation, product knowledge, not just when you lose your hair.
Right.
So
Wow.
that's just,
Okay. And
just
Dr. Halsey kind of was saying that too when she
yeah.
said you can still come through them and get it, but getting your trichology license is like just putting on the foundation. You
Yeah.
know, you have eyes, you have lashes, you have lips and nose, and you got a whole body. So you're really limiting yourself. And I think the key word that Dr. Halsey said is that it's the way that they are marketing it. So Dr. Halsey, how do they reach out to the National Beauty Culturist League? I'm going to pull up the website, which has just a little bit of information on there. So tell them how do they reach out to you guys? I'm going to pull up the screen while you talk about how they can reach out to you.
Okay. We have the national president, Dr. Katie B. Catlin, her information at the, we have a headquarters in Washington, D.C. Let me pull it up right quick. Headquarters in Washington, D.C., where it's called 25 Logan Circle. It's in the historical part of Washington, D.C. And our headquarters, the phone number 404-333-9221. That's the dean. Dr. Mercedes Torgano is the dean of the institute. That's her number. And then we have the national president number is 202-332-2695.
Can you repeat that again?
It is 202-332-2695.
And this is Dr.
Katie B. Catlin. And the website you have nbcl.info.
And so here, guys, you have some actual graduates. These are licensed professionals who are officially now doctorates in their respective disciplines. So we just wanted to show you that this is not a joke. Those are PhDs. Like she said, that's 4 years. You're not going to get this in 6 months. You are not. Let me get my mic up here because I don't want y'all to think we playing with y'all. Don't you call up these people? Is it $4? Is it $12? It's not, okay? You're going to have to, make an investment. I take it you guys have payment plans, correct?
They can do a payment plan.
Yeah, so they have
tuition The within the doctorate degree, it's like $600. That's not a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's
That's for the
fabulous.
first, it's not a lot for the first year in each year. Um, it's not a lot.
So to get you started, guys, you're looking at 600 to get you started, and then the price it does change. It's okay, so it is an investment, but it's not, it's not, 50,000, dollars. So we gave you guys a little bit of information to kind of wet your whistles, like, So I think it's worth taking a look into. It will be an official. Now, what did you do with this doctorate? How does that help you in your career? How do you feel
In
that?
your okay, some of our doctorates, they even want to go even higher education at a university or a college. The credits that they get through their doctorates, they can use those credits to go to other schools, and
Wow.
they accept the credits from the National Beauty Culturist League for other higher education.
Hmm. So they want. So they
Bravo.
and do
Bravo.
they also work at maybe other hair care companies and other chemists? They do those types of things as well. All right. And
Well, I
Yeah.
think that just because you have that degree, it can help you get in the door, open up a door for you. And I think that some of the companies that uh, that endorse the National Beauty Culturist League, that is some of the companies that they can have as a resource to work at.
all right, so you can also use that degree, like she said, to go and you can work at other companies and work in various capacities. You guys, you can do a lot with the
Yes.
doctorate degree, and you don't just have to limit yourself behind the chair. And Cheryl, you talk about that a lot. That
Mm,
people who have this cosmetology license and they still want to be in the industry, but maybe not necessarily,
Mhm.
work behind the chair. You always talk about, why that is so important. And so here is now an alternative where you can, earn your PhD. And there are so many capacities that you can work in the industry beyond, standing behind the chair. And sure, you're staunch about not working behind that chair beyond a certain amount of years, correct?
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that the best years of where you've taken all your courses, you've practiced for about good 10 years. It's just time to explore and elevate, be curious about your industry. And that's one of the things that the Afro Science Summit is working on to get our industry with stronger infrastructure so those pathways are there.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Right. And then another thing you also hear Dr. Holsey talking about that the educational institution is looking to advance its own education by way of reaching out to work with Cheryl Morrow with her science from her dad. Can you show that book a little bit? Cause we didn't get it. Can we thirsty out here? So bring it up a little bit closer. Yeah, over the other way. We can't see. I'm gonna go steal it from y'all. Okay. And
Right
so
there,
who?
right
Yeah,
there, right.
there it is. There you go. So tell us about that book a little bit,
Me or
Dr. House.
Dr. Halsey?
She's getting it, y'all. She gonna mute. Hold on. Are you still on mute? She like, hold on, wait a minute, baby.
Oh,
There you go.
I'm on mute. Okay. This
There we
book,
right here.
and
Okay,
Cheryl
there you
would be
go.
able to tell you more about it, but this book was a
Okay.
book that Milady, it was with Milady. It was supposed to be in the schools. It's a cosmetology book on the art and science of curly hair.
Can you
It
repeat
has,
that again, just for my own? I'm being petty.
it has
Supposed to
history
be
in
where?
here of Afro hair. Can you see it?
Yeah,
Right
yeah.
there.
It has history. It shows us how our hair grows out. This book is was supposed to be in the beauty schools. We were supposed to learn Afro science, the of textured hair in beauty school, and they did not. They did not promote it. They tell them about it, girl.
All right, Cheryl's gonna wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Wrap
Yeah,
it up.
wrap it on up for us.
Well, that was written in 1990s as a I think that's the first edition, along with the third edition of 4 Years Without a Comb, and then the original edition of the Arts and Sciences of Barbering. So those three books came out at the same time, and he was writing them at the same time. But the art of Afro curly hair and the arts and sciences of that takes on a very stringent, very cosmetology kind of board certified approach, because it goes in order and it deals with all those facets in a very in-depth Afrocentric perspective of history, of culture, tools of the trade, goes into the anatomy, goes into scalp anatomy, it goes into texturism, it goes into the difference and why those things are, and it goes into chemistry quite deep, and then it goes into the sculpting, cutting, weaving. It goes into, and it's all
Everything.
everything.
All inclusive
conditioning, damage. It goes into everything.
So you got all inclusive Afro hair science, which, by the way, remember Cheryl and I on February the 14th, us along with State Representative Elliot Forehand, we proposed the textured hair science bill. So we are doing our part, and then you also heard. Yeah, and that's the book. And you also just heard Dr. Brenda Kennard-Holsey, the president of the OAB, and also proud member of the National Beauty Culturist League. I am going to drop all of the information that she gave us in the chat after the live so that you can contact and reach out to them. I will also include the link to the website so you can just kind of scroll around. Now, remember, this is coveted information, so they're not going to put all the information online, so you can't go on there and just kind of, cheat a little bit. So you'll have to do a little bit more research. But I would like to give you, Dr. Holsey, a big old fat round of applause. We appreciate you so much. And Dr. Holsey, any closing thoughts, anything you want to share with us about the National Beauty Culturist League before we wrap this up?
I just want to share that you, Cheryl, that you all are the most phenomenal Black women. Y'all are standing out. I am so proud to be a part of your lives. You enrich and empower the beauty industry so well. Phenomenal women you are.
Thank you.
Yeah. And this is Women's History Month.
Oh.
I was going to say, that's why I used to look on myself. So with that being said, this is why we had Dr. Holsey on the show, because March is Women's History Month. And so the Afro Hair Science YouTube channel is really Dr. Holsey. And we thank you so much for allowing us to be a part of your endeavors and giving us permission and the courage to take, what you guys and Dr. Morrow have provided for us from this level. So close us out with some closing thoughts, and we're going to get ready to see you guys on Monday at 6 o'clock. We're going to be talking about hair transition. We'll still be here at 12:30 for the students, and then back to on Thursday talking about the hair deities. It's still Women's History Month. We got to talk about the deities. We're talking about Isis, the mighty Aphrodite. Ooh, okay. So Cheryl, close us out.
I think you guys said it very well, and it is a pleasure to serve my sisters. It just and thank you, Ladosha, because my sister over there is a superstar, and I just appreciate all your work and everything that you do.
And you guys are so awesome.
And Dr. Holsey, stay in there. We're gonna see you in October and bring the crew. Okay.
Yes, I will be there. Did you already say the date?
No, we don't have the date yet. We're waiting.
I'll be there.
We got the month.
All right. So the Afro hair.
I'll be there.
Month.
All right. So October is the month for the Afro hair.
Our birthdays.
All right, yeah, that's
yours, mine.
Yeah, Scorpio
Yeah.
season. All right, guys, you know what we say when we're signing out, right? Good,
Good,
better, best.
better.
Never let it
Never
rest until your good is better and your better is best. All right, thank you guys so very much. We'll see you guys on Monday. All right, you guys have
All right,
a wonderful evening.
y'all.
All right. Deuces, my good people. Deuces. Here we go.
Welcome to Planet Pluto Shoot.
Oh, yeah.